Hi everyone, I'm Kelly. You may have heard of Writerverse Journey, that's me. And I saw a lot of authors talking about Amazon advertisement and some terms and some like structural things that they want to learn about on Facebook. So I am creating this video to see if it helps out. I hope it does. If it does, leave a thumbs up and let's go for it. So first things first, you're gonna go into, okay? So whenever I come in Amazon, it asks me to sign in. In this case, I'm signed in already because I'm not gonna show you my password. But this is the first page after you enter into the KDP Amazon login. And it's your bookshelf, right? It has all of your books and such. You're gonna go on the fourth button here, and that's the marketing button. Whenever you click on it, it's gonna open this page that gives you access to different marketing options. Like, oh, I'm gonna do a free ebook day. It's right here. I'm gonna do a plus content. That's pretty much the images that go under your book description. You can do it here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on Amazon ads, right? Amazon ads have different marketplaces. It doesn't mean that I need to be in that country. So I'm in the US right now, and I want to do an advertisement for a French book, I can do amazon.fr and then start a new campaign in there. In this case, I'm going to amazon.com and I'm going to go to Ads Console. When I open that, that's going to show me either a brand new blank uh, dashboard because you don't have any campaigns, or it's going to show you a summary of all of your active campaigns or anything like that. In this case, I'm not gonna go into my main dashboard because it has a lot of campaigns. I don't want to show all of the data, but I'm gonna show you the data for one campaign, right? Let's say I entered Amazon, I clicked on my campaign, and it opened this. Whenever it opens this, I can customize what I see in here. So spend, sales, ACOS, all of those things are customizable. If you have the whole thing full like this, you can just click on next like this, and then add a metric, and then choose the metric that you want to do it. These are the main metrics that I use to guide myself. I do check other metrics sometimes, but this is an ad for a book in Portuguese. It's the Alongo Queimola version in Portuguese edition. And this ad says that I spent 11 bucks, 37 cents, that I sold 33.69. My ACOS, I'm going to explain what that is 33%. I have impressions and clicks. So, what is the amount of money that I spent? This is the actual amount of money that Amazon is going to charge me. It's an invoice, right? Oh, I owe Amazon 11.37. Okay. Sales, it says 33.69, and you might think, oh my God, yeah, you made 20 bucks. No, that doesn't mean that I made 20 bucks. It means that this is like each sale is the whole price of a product. So let's say your book costs $10. So that would be like $10 sold. However, you don't make $10 per sale. Okay? You only make the earning part of it. Let's say your book's $10 and you get $2 per book sold. It doesn't show here $2. So it shows here $10, even though Amazon is going to take its cut out of it. So be aware that the amount of sales is the whole price and it's not your earnings. That said, ACOS is a percentage that compares the sales that you made versus the amount of money you spent. So let's say your book's $10, you spent $10, and your ACOS is going to show 100% because you spent the total amount of $10 that you made with the sales in the advertisements, but you actually are owing money to Amazon because you only made $2 out of $10. So you're actually owing Amazon 80%. Okay? You only made 20% of that. So the ACOS shows the sale money and not the earnings. Okay? Be aware of that and do your math to know how much your ACOS should be. So in this case, if you want to break even with Amazon and your book is $10, your ACOS should be and you make two per book, your ACOS should be 20% or less, right? If you make more money, it can be higher. So let's say you make $5 per book sold, your ACOS can be 50%. Be happy. If you make $1 per book sold, your ACOS needs to be less than 10% to break even. Okay? Um, Impressions. What are impressions? Impressions are pretty much when you come in here and then you search books for kids about divorce. You see here the name is sponsored under the little covers. That means those people are paying for advertisement. And right now, because I searched that, they didn't pay anything, right? And this is called an impression. If I scroll through super fast right here, those are all impressions. All of those people are getting impressions because the results are there. They are being shown to the person that it's looking through something. Even if I don't actually stop and look at the picture, it counts as an impression, okay? That said, they're not paying for this. This is free. They're saying, hey, here's the book, here's the book, here's the book. And that's not paid. However, I'm not gonna click on it because I don't wanna charge people. But do you see this book here? This doesn't have sponsored on it. Let me see. This one. This one doesn't have any sponsored tag on it. So if I click on it, but bam, and they were paying for the advertisement, that would be a click, and you pay per clicks. Okay? So impressions here, 6,073 impressions, you don't pay for those. Clicks, 26 clicks, I pay for each of those clicks. And the way that it happens is if you have 6,000 impressions and 0 clicks, it means that either your cover doesn't fit the keyword that you're trying to go for, or the cover doesn't just look good, or it's in the wrong category, or it just doesn't compare with the other books on the side. Mainly like cover versus price. So you want your impressions to be, that's like a dumb number to start. Like, I don't know how to say that, but each person has their own idea of what's a good number of impressions versus click. For me, I need to have at least 1 click for 1,000 impressions. Okay? If I have 1 click for 1,000 impressions, it's okay with me. So in this case, I have 26 clicks for 6,000 impressions. I'm okay with that. And my ACOS is 32%, and I make $3 something with each book sold in this case. So I am kind of breaking even on this campaign. I'm happy with this campaign. If it goes lower, like 20 something percent, I'm gonna be super happy. If it goes 10%, I'm the happiest person on earth. That said, this is your main data. And if you go up here, you see all of those different options. Placements means whenever someone typed a keyword that is a part of your campaign, are you placed on the top of the search or on the bottom of the search? And you want to be on the top, right? Because you want your results to be right away. And that's like just to have an idea of how much I spent versus being on the top part of the screen. Negative keywords. In this case, I don't remember if I put any. I don't think I put any. But sometimes, like, you don't want keywords in there. For example, this book is Portuguese Brazil. So one of the keywords that I can put in there that is negative, which means if the person typed that, I don't want them to find my book, is Portuguese from Portugal. So if they type that and my book shows up, it's not gonna fit what they're looking for. So that can be a negative keyword. Or traditionally published, or books for teens. It's not a book for teens, it's a book for kids. So you can do all of those keywords. Budget rules. You can add any rules like daily budgets or monthly budgets or being a part of a portfolio, and I can talk to you about that. In this campaign, my budget is $7 daily. It doesn't mean that they spend $7. Don't freak out. So if I go into ad group here, do you see like my daily spend was in here was 52 cents, 56 cents, 80 cents, 37 cents. I think that was the highest one. It was $1.34. They don't spend the amount of money that you put as the cap. Okay. That said, campaign settings, you have the name. I usually put like what I'm trying to target so that when I saw all of my campaigns, I know right away which one it is. I can adjust my budget daily. Um, I like $7, $10 is fine. $5 is a good start. It never gets to that unless you actually go very aggressive on the bidding. And you can have like all of the other settings in here, and you have history, all of the whole thing, right? That said, when I go into add groups here, if I click on my ad, right, it's gonna show all of the keywords that I added for it, okay? And my products that are related to it. I paused my Kindle because I don't see a lot of earnings from Kindle for picture books. It's different from young adult or other books, but picture books, for me, they don't sell much. For the authors, it might. But I do a lot of advertisement for my paperback. When I click on targeting, it shows all of my targeting. What is targeting? Targeting is pretty much the keyword or the product that you added manually to find your book through it. So I target other books. I target other Brazilian things, like when people are looking for toddler 3 or 4 clothes from Brazil, or gifts for Brazilian kids, or whatever. Whenever they have all of those things, I went into Amazon, I researched a bunch of those, and then I copied and pasted a number that is called the AC number here. Oh, here. See all the details. And you have an AC number here. I copied the number and I pasted the number, and then it's gonna target those products for me. And whenever they click on this product, let's say this is the example that I was using before just to show you what was an impression. If you go down here, do you see products related to this item and it says sponsored? That means people are paying that whenever someone opens this book and go down, they have the other options here. Hello. Okay, so whenever you have a book and you scroll down, sorry, my daughter was over here. It's time to eat. And you have the sponsored button here. It means those people are paying Amazon to show their book whenever someone else opens the main book. And that is a targeting other products to show your product. Does that make sense? I hope it does. If it doesn't, just leave a comment and I can try to walk a little bit more through what a product targeting is. That said, you see here, those are bids, and then you have impressions and clicks and the cost per click in here. Do you see that some of them don't show my AACOS? That means no one clicked on it and bought something for it, so there's no conversion, right? But in this case here, let's look at the first one. I have 1,000 impressions, 7 clicks. I spent $4, and I had no orders out of that, which means I'm bidding 81 cents, spending money on it, and no one is actually buying, right? If no one is buying, I should come here and lower this. I can lower for like adjustments little by little and see if it turns out into something, or I can either I can even just kill the word and put 2 cents, and then it's not gonna show my book anymore. It's just gonna keep the data. So this is something that you want to play around. If you're spending too much money, you have too many clicks, and you have no sales, you have to change it. You have to adjust so that you're not too aggressive. You don't want to spend money wherever you're not selling. But wherever you're selling, let's say here, I have 188 impressions, 1 click, and that person that clicked actually bought it. So my conversion here is 4%, which is amazing. And people bid up to 254 in this one. So maybe this is a place that I can go and raise my bid a little bit and see if that can give me more impressions and more sales through time. And I save, I do my change, and I keep watching in 2 weeks or so. I look at it again. And that's what you can do to manage your money. So if you go into your main account and you just say, oh, my daily budget is too high, I'm going to lower it. That's not going to solve your issue because you're going to still be spending money with what doesn't sell. You need to go and adjust the bids manually and see what is selling and put more money towards that, see what's not selling, which keywords or products are not selling, and then turn those off. Um, that said, you can go into search terms and see what actually people looked, and then your book showed up. You can see the history of the whole thing. You can come in here and see the other tools that the Amazon ads have, and you can create new campaigns. If you do want me to create a new campaign, just leave the comments and I can create that in another time and show you how to create a whole new campaign and the different types of campaigns and whatever. So this today's video is just to walk you through the terms and understanding where to find the information overall. Oh, I almost forgot to show. Someone asked where to find a specific image that was in bars. And to find that bars graphic, you just need to unselect and deselect the data that you're playing with. So if I unselect those things, nothing will show. And if I select just impressions, for example, you have the bar graphics in here. See? You can play around and see what kind of graphic you wanted to see. And here's just the impressions by themselves. And if you hover over, you're gonna see the exact number. So 86, 91, 96, and so ever. So that's how you get that graphic bar of impressions inside of the Amazon ad console website. And uh, some people also commented about how you find the keywords. I use Publisher Rocket. Most of my friends know it. I have an affiliate link. I'll put it below. But you can also just manually go in Amazon and try to dig it out. If you want to know more about how to find the keywords, do leave a comment and I can make a new video about it. Make a comment about anything that you'd like to know, and if I have time, whenever I have time, I'll add those to the channel. So if you subscribe, you're gonna receive any any new updates. See ya. Sorry, my daughter came downstairs to ask me to go have some food, and she does ASL, so you might have seen the little hand doing this. It's I love you. The main thing is keep watching it. If you watch it like at least weekly when you launch a new campaign, you're gonna see you can like change things, you can adjust the bidding, and then you're not gonna freak out. Oh my god, I have 100 bill to pay. If you do it like consistently and you adjust things correctly, your amount of spent money is not gonna be too high. Does that make sense? It's gonna match your expectations. If you just set up a campaign and you forget about it for 2 months, you're gonna freak out when the invoice arrives. Good luck and see you next time. Let me know if you need any help with anything and I'll try to make a video for you. Bye bye.